The heroic act of charity, more than anything else, will dramatically impact your experience of heaven. If you would like to support this channel in any way, please do so through Buy Me a Coffee. Now let's get right into this. Now, I recently found this amazing book that was written sometime in about 1905. This book is amazing because it gives us a window into all these resources that talk about purgatory so that there will be so much more content that I can make. The church fathers, many saints, many more stories on purgatory. And in there, she highlights St. Gertrude the Great with various visions that she has, but especially this one about what we now call the heroic act of charity. She doesn't mention it by name. She may not have had that name for it. She may have been the one who originated the concept and someone else later gave it the name. Listen to what Jesus reveals to her. On another occasion, as she remarked that she had offered all her merits for the dead, she said to our Lord, "I hope, O Lord, that thou wilt frequently cast the eyes of thy mercy on my indigence." He replied, "What can I do more for one who has thus deprived herself of all things through charity, than to cover her immediately with charity?" She answered, "Whatever thou mayest do, I shall always appear before thee, destitute of all merit, for I have renounced all I have gained or may gain." He replied, "Do you not know that a mother would allow a child who was well clothed to sit at her feet, but she would take one who was barely clad into her arms and cover her with her own garment?" He added, "And now what advantage have you, who are seated on the shore of an ocean, over one who sit by a little rivulet? That is to say, those who keep their good works for themselves have the rivulet, but those who renounce them in love and humility possess God, who is an inexhaustible ocean of beatitude." Do you see the difference? We have every right to keep the merits that we gain for ourselves in heaven for ourselves. We have that right. But if you do that, you stick with just a river. If you offer them completely for the souls in purgatory, leaving yourself nothing, you get to keep an ocean, a river or an ocean. That is the difference of an experience that you will have in heaven. You can either have a river experience in heaven or an ocean experience. The choice is yours. Now, what is the heroic act of charity? Very simply, there's no rules to it. There's no official prayer. There's no official anything. There are various ways that you can do it. I will post a video right here that gives more information about it, as well as links to prayers for it. But essentially, you are releasing your right to keep any merit and any prayers offered for you after you die, and you are offering that all for the souls in purgatory so that they may be relieved of all of their suffering. So you're basically giving up all of your spiritual possessions so as to give to them. Merit, simply put, is the reward in heaven for all the things that we have done for the Lord here on earth. That's probably the simplest way to describe it. And as St. Gertrude shows us, you can either keep it or give it away. In giving it away, you become even more Christ-like than you were prior. My advice to you is to not be afraid, to follow the example of St. Gertrude the Great and to keep the ocean.